The battle for who makes the best Gogeta figure has been waging for well over a year now, and today's contestant is the Demoniacal Fit Savage Duo. So let's take a look at it.
And here we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Let me preface this review by saying that I am more partial usually to Demoniacal Fit products. I just like the way they look, the way they're packaged, etc. But I am going to remain impartial during this review because there are a few things I take issue with this release. So let's just dive right into it, all right? Starting with this package, it is typical Demoniacal Fit packaging. I really like it. It's got the nice image of Gogeta 4 right here, kind of creeping into this window, which is still a good window showing us everything inside, and it even's got a window on top in case you're like me and like to keep them in the package. Says Savage Duo right there, of course. On the side it says it again, and on the back it's got some decent figure images. A little bit of that Bandai SHF kind of influence creeped in right here. Didn't use the space quite as much as they could have, but still looks pretty good. I'm going to get it out of the way and just point out I've got my other Gogetas in the back there. I got my Tonson Arts, or Kami ones, whatever you want to call it, right there on the left. Got my Demoniacal Fits in the middle, and I've got my SH Figure Arts on the far right, with Omega Shenron kind of capping off the scene. Anyways, let's take a look at him, and that being Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right here, really quick, because I do like the look of this. He looks pretty darn good at a glance. There are some things that I'm not a big fan of, but let's talk about what I am a fan of. I do like the shading in the hair. It looks good. I like the sculpt. It's nice and full and big, just like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta should. My problem is, this thing, it's almost like it's not really a head sculpt. It's just kind of more like a faceplate on some hair. And if you can see right there, see that hole? You can see through his daggone head. And I don't like that. This isn't like a full head sculpt, and that kind of bugs me, but I'll take it apart and show you more here in a little bit. I like the fusion vest right here. It looks cool. I like the colors. Are they anime accurate? I don't know, but they still look pretty good. The fur on the body, it's the same sculpt as Super Saiyan 4 Goku, pretty much. We all knew it would be. My problem is it's a little brown for me.
That is really racist.
What I mean by that is that I always thought it was his fur was a little more brick kind of colored, a little bit, just a little more maroon in there. Not that this is like a deal breaker, but it's a little brown. This is almost just straight up brown to me anyway. The skin colors look really good. Got a nice matte finish on them. The pants legs right here look really good. Nice shading in the front. Again, some Bandai influence because they didn't paint the back. But overall, you know, we knew this sculpt was going to be there. You know, basically it's just the exact same as the other two from Demoniacal Fit, but not that big a deal. Overall, he looks really, really solid. I like it. Other than that aspect right there, that does take away from it a little bit. I haven't seen Kami ones yet. It's in the mail, but overall, this is going to look good on your shelf. I think his proportions look good and all that good stuff. Anyways, let's move on a little bit with him and see what else he comes with. For his accessories, he has a very nice spread of stuff. But before we look at that, real quick, if you aren't subscribed, you better go ahead and take care of that. Click the subscribe button, give us a like and a comment. Anyway, as for his accessories, like I said, he comes with a nice spread of stuff. He comes with that one head sculpt that I'm not really classifying as a head sculpt, but anyways, he comes with 5 different face plates. He comes with this serious one on him in the package, and then he comes with 4 other ones. He comes with like an open, kind of happy kind of looking face. Then he's got a teeth gritting face right there, a grinning face, and then another open mouth yelling face where he's yelling, and they all look really nice. Hands, he comes with 11 different freaking hands. I think there's like 15 of them. Any kind of style pose hands you can think of, he has it. He comes with some cross arms right here, and I think they look pretty good, but if you've watched my channel, you know I don't like attaching them, but he has them. He also comes with this really cool little thing, little trick that he pulled on Omega Shenron where he like shoots out like a trick party kind of thing. I'm not even sure what you call it, but it looks pretty darn decent in my opinion. And lastly, he's got this really cool energy effect with a stand, and it's done very nicely. It's like, it's firm, kind of brittle almost feeling, translucent kind of blue plastic with a little bit of white, like marbling, shading, frosting looking on it. Looks really, really good. For his money, which was I think around 60 to 70, somewhere in there, that's a pretty nice spread of stuff. He Now for his articulation, this is where we run into a little bit of stuff, but then again with the other two Demoniacal Fit Gogetas, I ran into some problems too. Let's just start at the top. He does have a neck that will move the head forward pretty good. It's a big old Super Saiyan 4 head sculpt, hair sculpt, whatever you want to say. So he's not looking up, but you can move it around a little bit. And of course the Super Saiyan 4 hair has articulatable spots, throughout it. I want to show you really quick why we're kind of being able to see through the freaking head. You just pull the hair off right there, and then there's the face. And look at that. Look at the way that apparatus is set up. That's a super skinny neck peg right there that I do not like. And it's just space behind it, and that bugs me a little bit. I'm not going to sit here and harp on it too much, but I'm not the biggest fan of the way they did that. The Super Saiyan 4 Goku didn't require that, so I don't really know why they needed to do that here, but it is a thing if I can get the hair back on. Anyways, all right, so there's that. So you're not going to get much side to side, and that has a lot to do with the hair and the shoulders and stuff like that. Speaking of his shoulders, they're coming out to about 90 degrees, maybe if you kind of force it. So that kind of sucks. But this one is superior to the other ones because you can do a full 360. If you saw my videos on the other two Demoniacal Fit Gogeta figures, they couldn't. The arm kept popping off. And speaking of popping off, my left arm right here, this one, I'm not going to do it to demonstrate it, but if you move it around, it will pop off a little too easy, and that bugs me. As far as his elbows are concerned, they're a full, they're double jointed, so you're going to get past 90, so that works pretty good. And of course, he has a bicep swivel. God, I can't talk. The wrists are on a hinge like normal, so you can do the full 360 and get your movement, no big deal. Now, abdomen. He's got an abdominal break, but no real crunch forward, so that kind of sucks. He will lean back a little bit on it, so that's okay, and you do get your twist and all that good stuff. Down in the waist is a ball peg, and that adds to it until you rip him in completely in half like I just did. And, screw it, I'm going to leave that sash off just so you can see, but it's a ball peg right there. This one's just giving me a little bit of issues. The legs, full split, of course. It's got that 3.0 technology, not too bad. Kick above the waist, so I'll take it. He does have a booty piece back here, so no kick back. Thigh swivel is a thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, so that's pretty good. Ankles on almost every DBZ figure sucks, but they'll go down a little bit, not very much up. You get a little rocker, no peg hole in the bottom of the foot, and the toe hinge is atrocious. I don't really like the way toe hinges look, but anyways, so a little bit to be desired as far as his upper body mobility, not so hot. I'm not going. My final thoughts on this figure. He's probably the coolest concept as far as Gogeta is concerned that we've had thus far. I haven't looked again, like I've said, at the Kami 1 yet, but this figure it's left me a little irritated. I'm only going to give this thing a C+, and that's, again, somebody who's a big fan of Demoniacal Fit. You're only getting a C+ out of this. His articulation's really not that good. I like his spread of accessories for sure, and I do like the overall look of him, but he doesn't move very well. So if you're somebody who likes to pose a figure, especially with doing a lot of stuff with the arms, you're gonna have a little bit of difficulty with that, and that's unfortunate. But that's all I've got for him. Again, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.